Hello, my friends. Welcome back for kind of a little bonus kind of vlog, but not really vlogmas video for today. Today is December 14th, and it is officially 10 days until Christmas Eve. I'm hoping that I get this up tonight. I really, really am. If not, it'll be the 15th, in which case 10 days till Christmas Day. But I wanted to sit down and have a little chat with you guys about Christmas and staying on track leading up to the holiday. Because so many of us go ahead and take the opportunity under the excuse that it is the holiday season to kind of completely and utterly derail ourselves. I mean, am I wrong? No. I know that I've done it on more than one year, and if you watch Vlogmas, you might know that I did a little bit of it yesterday. But today was a fresh start day, and then my friend Ramona over at the channel and Instagram and whatever dropped that cupcake. Put a video up today that was called the 10-Day Challenge, and it was like a pre-holiday challenge, and so intrigued as I was, I decided to watch it. And she basically said that it was 10 days until Christmas Eve, and she's going to challenge herself to stay on track and prep for the holiday for the next 10 days by making good decisions, having little mini goals, and trying to keep herself accountable and enlisting our help, us being her viewers, to help her stay accountable, and said, are you willing, do you want to be part of the challenge too? So I, of course, commented on her video right away and said, yes, I want to be part of that challenge because, hello, I have major self-control issues, as exhibited by yesterday. So I decided to hop on here, and instead of just saying yes, I was going to do it, I wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about holiday prep in the 10 days leading up to Christmas. Now, I don't know how you guys all celebrate your Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas at all, but I'm willing to bet that you guys treat the holiday season as more than 1 or 2 days, do you not? And what I mean by that is there's holiday parties, there's all the baking that you want to do, there's all the goodies in the stores, all of these things. But I need to remind you, and I'm also talking to myself. I am talking to myself with every word that I am saying in talking to you guys, just so you know. I'm not throwing this out there and saying that I am perfect and holier than thou. No, no, no. This is for me, guys. This is for me. Christmas and Christmas Eve are both one day. One day. So if you decide that you're not dieting, you're not going to track what you eat, whatever your plan is, your get healthy regimen is, if you decide you're not going to do that for Christmas, that is totally 110% your prerogative and okay. It is okay. Quite honestly, it might be, depending on what the food situation actually is on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, it might be my choice too, to be like, it's Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, I'm not tracking anything and I'm enjoying myself. But I have to remember that it's just those 1 or 2 days. It is not the entire month of December. It is not Christmas Eve through New Year's Day and January 1 is when you start back up again. No, it is 1 or 2 days, period. Period. Why exactly am I ranting about this? Well, I think it's really important that we prepare ourselves and mentally get ourselves ready and get our bodies a little bit ready for those 1 or 2 days that we might be choosing to let things go. And like I said, I'm totally on board for letting things go on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. But what kind of things can you do for the next 10 days in this 10-day challenge? By the way, if you're watching this video and you think this is a great idea, I'm enlisting you to do this 10-day challenge as well. It might be 9 days by the time you actually see it. I don't know. But I'm enlisting you to do it as well. Set little goals that are attainable and just little things that you can do to make yourself a little bit more aware and work a little bit harder to try and maybe even create a deficit for yourself. Maybe you'll lose a pound or 2 before Christmas and then it kind of equals out if you decide to overindulge on Christmas Day. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to offer up a couple of helpful hints to help you conquer Christmas if you are trying to stay on track or even if you're not. And those tips are as follows. Bring your own dish. Now, if you are going somewhere for Christmas Eve or going somewhere for Christmas Day, it's always smart to bring a dish that you know is Weight Watchers or weight loss or whatever your diet is friendly, so you know that there is at least something snacky or some side dish of some sort that you know you can eat, you know how to track it, you know it fits in with your plan. And that will also allow you something to fill up on and not completely derail things, even if you decide to indulge in other things on Christmas. I was going to say at the party. We're not talking parties, we're talking Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. If that's a party, fine. If that's lounging around in your PJs, fine. Thing number 2 is make sure that you don't go hungry waiting for your big meal of the day. Whether it's Christmas Eve dinner, Christmas dinner, whatnot. Eat breakfast, eat lunch, make sure you have snacks, make them wise choices. Have fruit and vegetables, have a nice egg omelet with tons of veggies and fat-free cheese in it for breakfast to keep you full, to keep you satisfied, and to make you less likely to overindulge when those big meals or those awesome desserts come around. If you are going to a holiday party, I recommend wearing, I heard this trick ages ago and I just love it. I never do it, but I really never go to holiday parties either. Wear bangle bracelets for whatever it is you want to track. What do I mean? Say you want to track alcoholic beverages. Wear however many bracelets of the drinks that you want to consume. So if you say, I am having no more than 2 beverages, wear 2 bracelets. Or for appetizers, I am having no more than 6 bites, 6 little appetizers, wear 6 bracelets. And every time you consume one of the things you're tracking, flip one bracelet to the other wrist. And then when you run out of bracelets, you gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little fun trick that could work whether you're going to a party and wearing bangle bracelets or maybe you're just going to your in-laws' house. You can still wear bangle bracelets and track things that way too. But the most important thing to remember is that it's only one day. And if you go off a little bit off the rails, it's okay. It really is. Get back on track the next day and it will be fine. Your weight loss is not going to ultimately suffer as long as you get back on track. Most of us use Christmas as an excuse to kind of downward spiral into getting completely off the bandwagon. And then once January 1st hits and you're like, oh, now I really got to get back on track, you're actually up a significant amount of weight and you have stuff to lose and you feel like you failed or you've backtracked or whatever. Remember that it's only 1 or 2 days and that is it. Don't be hard on yourself, forgive yourself, get up on the 26th and move on. That was part 1 of my little video. Part 2 is what are some of my goals for the next 10 days going to be so I am accountable to you guys, and make sure you're subscribed and watching Vlogmas to see if I'm actually doing these things. Haha, see what I did there? Here are some of my goals. I want to get some sort of activity in every day. There are going to be a handful of reasons why this is going to be difficult to get a workout in every day, because on Monday I leave for Florida and things are very different in Florida. And not to mention, the thing first and foremost is I don't have a gym in Florida. I just don't. And my working out I do mostly at the gym. I'm also usually crazy busy hanging out with my husband's family, so there's not always time to work out. That being said, I want to do some sort of activity every single day. The only exception, and not to make excuses, seriously, but the only exception might be this weekend. And again, if you're watching Vlogmas, you know that I'm performing in a concert of Handel's Messiah. And on Saturday, we have a 4-hour rehearsal, and then we are going to pick our puppy, which is very, very exciting, but very, very non-conducive to going and working out that day. And then the next day, the Sunday, is our concert, and we're supposed to have like below 0 temperatures, so nobody's going to want to go anywhere anyway. But maybe I'll do something in the afternoon, a little bit of activity. But when I don't work out, I do my best to make sure I'm moving and shaking around the house to get my 10,000 steps in, regardless of if I go to the gym or not. So I want to try and continue to do that. And thing number 2, for the remainder of the time that I am in the Chicagoland area, I'm going to give myself one meal out. Everything else is being cooked in my kitchen. And granted, that's only for a handful of days, but that still counts for something because it's really easy to just go and get something warm and comforting because it's so cold outside, and I'm not going to do that. So that's another thing. And then once I get to Florida, eating out happens a lot more frequently. So I cannot prevent myself from eating out, but I can do 2 things. Make healthy choices when I am in that house. Track everything, and that's going to happen regardless. That is a goal from this point on until Christmas or whatever. Track everything. And when we do go out, make smart choices. Don't give in to the cravings just as an excuse. I mean, if it's in my points, great, I will enjoy myself. But if it's really going off the rails, can't happen, won't happen. Save that good stuff for Christmas and Christmas Eve. You know what I'm saying? So those are just a couple of the things that are little goals for me, which should be goals that I achieve every day. But knowing that this holiday is right around the corner, 10 days away, it's easier for me to streamline and focus and concentrate on making these goals realities just for 10 days. It's just 10 days. And when you take baby steps like that, it actually will help gain momentum for me to continue doing these things beyond Christmas or maybe even through Christmas. Who knows? But anyway, I just wanted to get on here, talk a little bit about that. Let me know in the comments below what some of your pre-holiday prep tips are for weight loss, diet, fitness, and all that jazz. And I'd also be really interested in knowing what you do for Christmas. Do you just kind of let it go and eat whatever you want? Or are you still a stickler for your diet? Or are you somewhere in between? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care and have a very Merry Christmas.